was talking about. So you touched on a lot of issues that are going on, not only in the school district, but others. So there is light at the end of the tunnel. So I don't want everybody to just focus on that sounds like a lot of work, okay? Because honestly, if we expand this group, and I'm just thinking 400 to 500, it's a perfect sample size of the remainder of our district. And that makes a lot of noise, okay? And I think it's a two-pronged approach, exactly what Kevin was talking about. One of it is to support, or at the very least, start opening communications to our school board members. Hey, these are the things that we want, right? This is what we want to see in our school districts, and we're gonna start advocating for school board members who will advocate for us, right? Because when you think about it, as far as politics goes, the sad reality is even if a politician isn't compassionate or passionate about what their constituents, right? Two things every politician has in common that will affect them. It's money and votes. Okay? So if you are parents and you're advocating for these things, you say, hey, both my money and my vote is going to go to somebody else who is compassionate or passionate about this, that's going to at least sway policy. Right? That's how you get things done in the United States. The second thing is the second pronged approach is to talk to city council. Okay? Because city council is the one that allows or allots the budget to your local school districts. Okay, so it's not just good enough for a school board member to talk to city council. If city council sees that there's a good portion or a good population of parents that want to see these changes, they'll be more susceptible to allotting more money down to the school districts. Success story too, because I know that there's going to be parents out there that see a little bit of frustration. I talked about how I worked with this population. Coaching. I specifically had a football player that I used to coach, and he now has a master's, he's married, he has a child, and I can tell you the first time I ever saw him step on a field, he looks like a monstrosity of a man, right? So he was a 14-year-old, he was probably 6'3", just a built guy. But immediately the guys knew that there was something different about him. Okay, but creating that culture, creating that inclusiveness, and we talked about this, why this is important, right? Made him buy in to everything that was around him. And yeah, he will never be an NFL player. Not many of us are. But you know, he was able to buy into that culture. He was able to be a part of a productive team. And the guys were encouraging. He was able to do the things they needed to do on the field, and then of course off the field, his academics improved. Okay, it was never necessarily what was going on in his head, it was how he expressed those things. And being included into the community helped him be able to express those things. So when we talk about that, part of that has to do with you parents as far as advocating for your kid to do something outside of the classroom. Whether it be music, in my case it was sports, I've had to deal with that. Whether it be art, you know, it could be chess club. It doesn't matter. Get them out there, get them to start talking to other students, get them to be included into that community. So for me, close with this. This actually is I'm very passionate about this because it falls definitely into one of my three pillars that I'm campaigning for, and that's child safety, and then of course the modernization of education, right? Those are two of the three. The last one is transparency. But, right, so when we talk about our children, we talked a little bit about when we don't make them feel included, or we're not giving them the proper help, they tend to act and react in negative ways, in unpositive ways. And that could lead to the child safety issues. So this is another reason why we need to advocate for that. The second part is modernization of our education. And this is a part of it. It's not just getting an iPad for every student. It's not just, you know, making sure that we have smart walls and smart TVs. It's not the technology. It's about we have 40 years of information that we're not utilizing properly in our districts. And we need to start utilizing this information correctly. That's a part of modernization of our education. And what we need is you parents to advocate for them. They won't listen to an individual, but they will listen to a group. So please talk to not only your friends and family, because everybody's affected by this. Like I said, 13% of the population has special needs. So we know somebody. We know somebody who's affected by this if it's not us as well. However, make sure that there's not a stigma behind it, that your kids are okay with talking about their situations, their stipulations, their things like that, because the more socially acceptable we make this, the more included we can make them feel into a community. So again, if you have any questions following, please stick around. Of course, we have snacks in the back, and water, coffee, things like that. And please ask as many questions as possible. I'll be here for probably another hour or so. Thank you.